Alrighty, folks. Keep in mind we have a 5-minute delay, but the event will be starting for us here at the booth. Today I am followed with Saeed, the leader of
Hello.
GT.
Hello, everyone. My name is GT Sipes, and I am the leader of the Gallant Tricksters team. Nice to meet everyone. We are getting ready to watch some games here, and hopefully we get to see some interesting stuff and some interesting plays.
Oh my god, I hate this. This is not letting me look at brackets. Says they're none made yet. Smile.
Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes, unfortunately.
Yeah, it is what it is. In the meantime, please do enjoy the new uh, background images. So you guys have something to look at now. Pog.
Yeah,
They even have a nice
Seka.
transition.
Yeah, we have Seka, we have Alazar, we have Ceres. It's pretty dope, pretty neat. What are you expecting inside this tournament? People to bring?
A lot of blood, a lot of Sekka, maybe an Excel Loxus. I've been seeing it more and more on ladder. I'm still pretty indifferent to it, but I know a lot of people are pretty excited about it. So we'll have to see. Uh,
XL Loxus is the truth, man. That's what everyone's saying.
I I think those are some bold claims.
Very
We
bold. Are you sure?
we will be finding out. All right. I need to inform Jans. Like I can't see into the brackets or chats. Alright.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got the brackets finally.
Nice.
Alright, it's working. Alrighty. Believe we're all good on this end. So we are going to jump into it.
Oh, what's our first game?
Our first match will be, let's see, Styx versus Den.
Woohoo! Very high level matchup.
So we
Let's start
start
there.
in pretty spicy today.
Very, very spicy. Oh, it's what?
So there we go. The stream is set. We have Styx bringing Dragon Blood and Rune, and then Blood Portal Dragon.
Din. Twilight Night Sticks versus Din from Team
Let's see.
Revelations.
Dragon and Rune were both banned out. So we
Yep.
are. So this will hopefully be as spicy as was promised. I'm excited to see what we'll be looking at.
I cannot wait.
Uh,
This game looks like it's going to be pretty fun too. You have the Portal Craft and Evo Blood. I'm very, very interested to know which Portal Craft. I'm pretty sure it might be Artifact Portal, but we will see here on this live today. From Din's side, and it's time to get into it.
that it is.
Now, game opens up. We have Blood versus Blood.
The real question is because we were told that one of the players said this was going to be spicy. How spicy?
Not sure. Well, it's looking. Everything's looking relatively standard. Looks like a Bow Blood from one side, and the other side is going with Evo Blood.
Is indeed Balvi Evo. So no Volteo. The Volteo hype is finally died. Thank God.
Nah, it's not dead yet.
The,
It's
Vol-
definitely.
the Volteo
It's
is not the way.
it
Everyone
is
has
the
lost their mind.
No, it's not. What are you saying? It's the new wave. Like, I don't understand where you're coming from. We got Den playing out the Alizar turn two.
Nice
Um,
strong play.
and the
Trying to get
Ravening
that
Corrupted.
value. Playing the Ravening out early does let his opponent know what he is facing. So we'll have to see if that impacts how we're going to see the Evo Blood play it.
Quite possibly. And it more likely lets Den know that he does have the other Ravening in hand.
See the Hellsena. But this
So
shouldn't be.
Den's gonna go ahead and drop the Ramio.
Looks like just the Ramiel this turn will be played. Ramiel is really strong in this matchup though, being able to eat those pings, ramping for free. Does everything the
Exactly.
ball player really wants. I mean the Evo, not the ball. Does everything the ball player doesn't want.
Exactly. So we have trading into the Ramio, and it looks like Styx is thinking about playing one of the two drops here.
If he plays any, I'd imagine it'd be Showdown. The question is, what would you discard from this hand?
This hand looks too good. Well, I mean, you could argue the Hell Spear here, but I mean, does he just want to save it and just go? Oh, looks like he's going to go ahead and put breeding to the
Preemptive
bow.
ball. I
So
like
set.
it. Sets him nice to just Ashier and refill the ball and play ball, wipe the board, use 6 face, and
It's
just
about to
keep
be
going ham.
busy as well here next turn. So Den clears off the 5-1. Goes ahead and tosses both. Does one right here. Plays the Alizard and the Ayer. It's time to refill this entire hand. So the Bow only currently has 3 still inside the hand. He can only fuse 2 more here because he won't be able to fuse the Archfiends into the Bow.
Mm.
So it looks like he's not going to fuse it all. We have Den drawing double resolve here. We don't know how useful that's going to be in this matchup.
Not a whole lot. It is pretty good to help deal with the archdemons when they come down, just because they will
Definitely.
always be problematic. However, he does also have the will to deal with them. He's not really hurting on answers at the moment. Then thinking about attacking.
Goes ahead and trades. Kill off the Ayers. I like this. So Styx is just going to start drawing cards here. And look at it, Ross. Look at that hand coming from Styx right here.
It's juicy. That's what it
Oh
is.
yeah. It looks like he's gonna. He's still thinking about sixes. Still thinking about what to do.
No,
Drops the Elzard.
this is what I wanted to see. Just drop a 2-drop, play out the ball, and start getting that damage in now.
Definitely.
Especially as the Archdemon's only going to cost 5 next turn if he wants to play it out.
So it's gonna go ahead and use one of these resolves. It looks like he goes. And does he heal here as well? Yes, he
Yes,
does.
he does. Goes for the world. Like it.
Solid play coming from the inside. That was the only, mainly the only play.
You're gonna see the Blood Arts trade off the Alizards, and I imagine slamming down the first Archdemon, and then just drawing with the other.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad start. He still has. It's kind of what is a good play here too as well. Goes in and plays one of the Archfiends. And then we have draw some more cards here. He hits the other Bell, which is really good.
Choosing not to preemptive fuse, I like it.
So,
As long as he doesn't draw into the Archdemon, he has another 6 fuse.
so I was going to ask, what do you think Din does here? Do you think he's on Thunder Fiend? Thunder.
Oh,
Goes by 3.
I think it depends at what his lore was at, as I hadn't been keeping count. As long as the lore is decently high, I probably would have just worlded there. But let's see. This heals for 6 where my play only would have healed for 5, so this is more than fine. He still gets to keep the lores and the worlds ready. But I imagine this will be just fuse everything in the ball. No.
Yes, actually, this is a
Oh yeah.
total. This is a lot of damage here. Because he fuses the Bow here. The
Yeah.
Bow does the whole board, does 6 to the face, puts Din down to 5. He will be off only 2 damage here. But the possibility of drawing something else right now is pretty high. Something of Storm at least. Up. Up. And goes face for 3. And he doesn't have it just yet, but he's very close.
I like this. Doing his best to stay pretty topped up on health. Choosing not to play the Silver Bolt.
Now coming from Din's hand, he does need, like, what does he do in order to deal with this? I mean, my first thought would be to heal. Really is kind of a tough play coming out here. He's kind of put into a very delicate spot. 10 mana. Let's see, you have what, World?
I think it's
Lara is, where's the Lara sitting at as well? The Lara is, I don't believe the Lara does have Drain here.
Law has Drain, but does not have Storm. So you would have to use it. You'd have to Evo it. Which would be a board clear.
Since it doesn't have Storm, it wouldn't be able to wouldn't be able to get the Drain because it will destroy the board before that. Because Din is currently under 10 health at the moment.
Going for the Combustion Demon clear. Also prevents him from drawing the extra card. I think that's pretty solid. Still leaves him at risk of dying though with any type of storm.
Draws. Oh, and hits face. Oh no. Goes ahead and evolves here. Plays out the blood soak.
Yeah, you definitely. Let's see, you're playing out Blood Soak this turn. And I think you want to empty your hand as much as you can.
I think this is lethal actually. Yeah, this is lethal. Plays that. Plays that. plays Ayers. Yeah,
Yeah,
trade first, and that'll be
that
it.
is lethal.
That was game one.
Game
Sticks
one.
closing it out with Val Blood.
The Rise of Ball Blood. This has been an interesting expansion for Blood. We've seen three different types come out, and all three have had tournament success. We've had the good old Highlander with Volteo. We've had Ball, and the newest archetype to come out this expansion, Evo. So this is
Yeah,
a great time to be a Blood main.
very good time. I know Blood Moves all over is pretty that they have have a variety when it comes to like choosing what decks to play.
And
So
Pepe Jam. Face
so now we're
Dragon returning once again. The deck that refuses to leave the meta. Nobody can get rid of this thing. We've all tried.
everyone loves Space Dragon. I don't know what you're on about, man.
Face Dragon is interesting. Everyone loves to
Inter-
play it because it can just win matches it has no right to win, but everyone hates to play the deck and just lose matches you had no right to lose.
yeah, I think that is probably the biggest issue when it comes to playing face. Um, but we see Sticks go ahead and play the Dragon Oracle there. Din is trying to figure out what to get rid of. Gets rid of the Seox. And what do you drop out of here? This is really. I know you keep Lauren. You keep Lauren for sure. I mean,
I don't think you get to play it, to be honest. I think you need the Hellsana for your 3 drop. You need to hold the combustion in case he plays Vazia next turn, and we can see his hand and we know he has it. You never really want to throw away your Lore or your Nara. I think if you're going to, I guess you risk it and well, let's
yeah,
take a
you
look at
draw.
what he did throw.
You did throw the area with the
Through the
Seox. Both
Naria,
six.
wanting answers for the now rather than the later, which I can respect.
Yeah, and that is something that I could see most players doing as well. But we're back to Styx' turn here. So looks like he's going to go ahead and drop the Tiamat.
It's classic Tiamat pace. Just keep on
Alrighty,
pushing
so
damage.
looks like he's going to drop the Listening here and just go one to face. So coming up here with only five mana, looks like he's going for the Reggie.
I
Reggie
like
will.
it. Let's him ramp.
Reggie,
Let's him just kill off the 1/1. Keep on putting in that face damage.
and he puts him at overflow next turn as well. So that's also good. Go ahead and just get the ramp off here as well. So we have the Ramiel. Ramiel
Ramiel
Evo's
plus
here.
Scorpion.
Trades in the Tiamat. Listen, more like a little trade. Yep. Trade into the Reggie. Definitely don't want that hanging around. Plays the Scorpion and get some health.
Hits the
Ooh.
Jerva.
It's the German. Not exactly going to go for it just yet. Looks like he's going to go
He's
ahead and
got,
set up the Raza here.
he does have time before he needs to play it.
Yeah,
Good play
definitely.
coming out of Sticks, making sure to kill off his Razia before it can get banished. Evil Blood already down to 7 HP on turn 6.
And looks like, luckily, we're. So he goes here, and he goes ahead and evolves the Showdown Demon. Let's see what amulet he gets off of it.
The
Ooh, he gets the
Lord.
ward.
Spicy.
Now, this is really nice. So he gets the heal, actually. Heals
No,
back by 5.
heals 5. Has a pretty good sized ward. The
and he'll be
Evo
drawing two
Jerva
next turn.
does beat over it though, as well as it does get to push in 5 damage, setting up for possible Gonda Letha if we don't see any healing coming out. Do apologize to everyone at home about the dogs.
It looks like he will have to play the world here. So Sticks goes ahead plays his
Just,
first Gondazoga.
just, just play Gonda. Love that strat.
And it looks like, oh no, yeah,
And I believe,
this is game.
unfortunately, there's nothing he could have done there.
Yeah,
In the
he
end,
can just only
nothing
hope.
really matters. Just play Gonda. Moral of the story. Our fun and interactive card from the last set. Love the
It's
game
still
design.
good. Still a pretty good card. Deal
Face
8 damage, feel
Dragon,
fun.
still good. I
Oh,
know I've seen a lot of people starting to move away from it, but as I said, man, like I know a lot of people who like swear up and down that the Evil Blood's favored in the matchup, but Face Dragon just wins games it shouldn't. Which is
ah,
why, for me, I personally just ban it. Like, fuck that shit. I ain't dealing with it. I
right.
have
I mean,
better ways to spend my life.
oh yeah, and Face Dragon is still a really powerful deck to play this expansion. Um, a lot of people it has been kind of falling out a little bit, not too much, but as you can see, showcase from Sticks right here, it's still a very strong deck to play.
That being said, we probably don't have any other matches for this round, so we are going to cut back to the music and our lovely panels that were created for us by Jan. Shoutouts to her.
Our good old tournament organizer.
always a miss. Can't put my finger on it, but it's there. Wait for it to subside, but my mind won't apply. Waiting for the clear. Is it bad sometimes? I like it when I lose control. There's something in it that's so beautiful. Listen, I can see the light dim, but I can also see the bones kiss. I don't know what else there is to say. I'm doing my best not to run away. Sitting throwing rocks across the pavement, hoping it'll cave in and swallow me whole. Wondering how the world keeps on spinning, kinda scared of living when it unfolds. Hard to see the light when everything is silent, waiting for the clear. Thankful I'm alive, but terrified of dying. But hey, I'm still here. Is it bad sometimes? I like it when I lose control. There's something in it that's so beautiful. Listen, I can see the light dim, but I can also see the bones kiss. I don't know what else there is to say. I'm doing my best not to run away.
You're the night sky trying to make me see your stars, but the dark gets so lonely. Now I see violet, I can feel silence, and the dark's all that I see. When your stars have burnt out and your heart makes no sound, I'll find violet in your eyes. You'll always be my night sky. You'll always be my night sky. You'll always be my night sky. You're the night sky hiding behind dark gray clouds. I can't figure you out now. I see your blue. There is so much cold in you, and the silence is so loud when you go. I just stay dancing with my shadow all day. Watch the tide. I can't find the point where our two paths align. But you're the night sky. I'm trying to see your stars, but I always fear the dark. Now I see close out, I'll find valid in your eyes. You'll always be my night sky. You'll always be my night sky. You'll always be my night sky. You'll always be my night sky.
I get lost inside my thoughts, and when I start to think, oh, the Tahoe closest starts to end up on the brink. I tried so hard, but all these scars, they cut so deep, I bleed. I fell so fast from heaven, it's like someone clipped my wings. Now I'm falling, and I can't see the ground. Can we stop this gravity? It keeps bringing me down. I can't breathe, and I don't wanna die. Can we stop this gravity? 'Cause I don't wanna say goodbye. I forgive the pain you gave to me so long ago. Sleepless nights I laid awake just begging to let go. I almost got to suicidal thoughts, but you stepped in. An angel sent from heaven showed me how to live again. Now I'm falling, and I can't see the ground. Can we stop this gravity? It keeps bringing me down. I can't breathe, and I don't wanna die. Can we stop this gravity? 'Cause I don't wanna say goodbye. My love, I'm gone. I need to be strong. The darkness it tried to swallow me. Some days I fall, but I hear your call. I pray I don't hit the ground. Gravity.
mission crew, and we up in our growlings when people change, but not us. And we just chillin', kicking it, kissed by the sun. Could be soaked to the skin in the mall soon. I know she got the good vibes when seasons change, but we're the same. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding. Even if my jokes aren't funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me and I'll be running, possessed by a low, low voodoo. Fired up like a wolf on the full moon. And we're stuck in a la la land. The tides will turn without us. And I'll be killing time like I might be a cartoon. Take it in real life like haiku. I know we got the good vibes when pieces fall right into place. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding. Even if my jokes aren't funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding. 'Cause you got me holding. Play me like a bass guitar, simmer down and mess me up, tripping like I'm Jimmy at Woodstock. And drumming
Dun,
round
dun, dun, dun.
What a beautiful singing voice you got.
Oh, thank you, man. I've been trying. I've been like, trying to sing because I want to pursue a career in singing.
There you go.
After my shopper's career, so
There you go.
I've been
I
just
think
practicing.
I think you got what it takes, man. I really do.
I appreciate it, boss. Well, let's go ahead and
Alright.
welcome back,
Yeah.
everybody. We're about to go ahead and get into our next game. The next game of the stream.
You picked this one out. So who is it we're watching?
We are watching GT Adoris versus Abby. See,
Alright, we
So-
got the Blood and Haven bands coming out.
definitely. So Theo is getting his blood banned here. Looks like he's playing against a Shadow and Forest Crap. Blah. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, my mouth is just But we're about to jump here into the first game. Theodorus versus Abby. We're gonna go ahead and see how good this game looks. We got Dragon into Shadow. It looks like Face Dragon versus Aggro Shadow. So, what do you think about this matchup?
This is the good old Smorkerton. I think this could go either way. If Dragon has the tools, I think Dragon always wins though. The main
Look at
tools
the hand
being-
coming out of Abby's hand right now. That
yeah,
hand.
that's not the hand.
That's a monk.
Especially
Can we
not
get a
when-
flip up? Okay, we got something. We got something at least. But
Still
yeah,
not
that
what
was
you
kind
want
of
to be
a good
doing.
start for Aggro Shadow.
Especially when we turn around over here and look at the Dragon who has the George, the Tiamat, and the Zilg. It'll
Yeah.
probably just let him do what he wants this set.
Definitely as well. So it looks like the skeleton probably has to try. Oh, it's not going to trade. Just going to go for this one.
I think
Okay.
you have to with a hand like that. You need every bit of damage you can squeeze out.
Right. So Theo goes and trades and just starts going face. It looks like I do expect the Necro Impulse to be dropped next turn from Abby's side.
Mm, yeah, I think you just have to here. Just Necro and pray.
Yeah, like I said, it was definitely Necro Impulse. Just go face. Okay. Alrighty.
Trading coming
Well,
out.
luckily,
Interesting choice.
Theo doesn't really have anything in his hand at the moment. So I think he's just gonna go for the evolve and just push face damage here.
I can dig it.
It's
I'd
all right.
just going for one bike and passing. Milteo. Let's see. Chooses to throw away both fish. Not bad. I think I would have gone for the high roll. Said, fuck it. Thrown away my other Milteo. Hoped to get another Milteo off the Milteo proc to draw some cards. Just because this... I don't think this hand can win.
Yeah,
Especially
and
not
it
with
looks
the
like
fish consuming more shadows.
so Theo goes ahead and plays this Elgia here. He needs to heal. Also needs to draw cards, more importantly. Also, Abby draws cards after killing off the Milteo. The last words effect draws 2 cards. Um, oh, okay.
Now we see the shadow player starting to kick into full steam with its storm and skullfishes.
But we ask ourselves, does this really matter? I mean, Theo can answer this board as you can see in his hand.
There's
And
lots
he
of
can
ways to
heal.
answer it. Going for the Tiamat Cursed Fur, I imagine. I like this play.
Yep, he doesn't overdraw with playing the other world, and also is able to heal some.
The Death of the Party tech. It's been a hot minute since I've seen it. But it might be the key to getting that just little extra damage, get some shadows, get some draw.
And he's gonna go ahead and play the Death of the Party. Let's see if this actually helps Abby in the long run. We still have to remember the last words on that as well. They will lose the game. And Theo does have a good amount of heal.
Shadow generally loses the game well before it ever procs though, so I think he's chilling.
Yeah, yeah, you have a point.
No preemptive evolution come out. I kind of expected the preemptive Razia evolution. Plays the Gold Rush with no Evo. Interesting.
Yeah, this is a big Abby's realizing that this game is looking out of reach. And okay, so yeah, then they don't get the skullfish. So Abby just goes ahead and concedes. I'm not mad at him. I can't be mad at him. You know, that's just when you
Sometimes
look
top left is the answer. Abby is a top left gamer, and I respect that.
for sure.
Oh, we will get to see
So-
the rune come out.
So imagine Theo is here is playing Spell Boost Rune.
Spell Boost into aggro is a pretty interesting matchup. I've played a good amount of Spell Boost myself, and I can say that either of them can just high roll and win the game on like 5. But I
Abby
don't
has a
know.
much better
It's
game.
hard to say who I think is favored in this. I think a lot of it just comes down to what the rune draws decides whoever wins this match. We
Makes
do
sense.
see the early Gios. We see the Miser. Looks like Theo's going to be in a great spot for the early game. Just need something to play with Miser on too.
So he goes has an authoring tomorrow here. Oh, no grudge teller. Interesting. So I guess they want to just go wide here.
I don't hate it, but I don't love it either.
So Theo goes ahead, hits one there.
And we will have a whole lot of rapid firing going on next turn.
It also looks like Abby's about to do a lot of damage here, though. And he's going to kill off the other gold mine. Okay. Now it's time for a bunch of gunshots.
Can't say
What's
that I
wrong?
approve of this gun violence. Must be
Not the big one.
honest.
Hey, he's a yeah, man. Yeah, I can't prove this gun violence either. I don't really have any other things to say. So goes ahead and starts shooting the board, starts blasting.
So anyways, I just started blasting. Has the authoring proc clear. Gets 2 more rapid fires off the Gia spawn. And I think you're just chilling if you're Theo right now.
Oh, this actually, hold on. So this is 5. This is lethal. No, it's on
No,
one damage.
One off.
One damage.
One off lethal. He needs to find some way to heal or else that is game.
And don't and spell boosts. Majority spell boost lists are, you really don't have much heal. To be honest, you have the Rooney, but Dio doesn't even have the Rooney here as well.
No Rooney in hand will probably spell the Death Wish as he doesn't have time to spell boost it even if he does draw it.
Oh, actually, Force Barrier actually saves him a little bit. Because Force Barrier prevents I'm pretty sure Force Barrier prevents the damage on the 3-drop on any of the 3-drops that come out.
I believe you're correct. However, I myself haven't really played too much with the card.
And
So we will
I
have to see.
am, yep.
Yes, you
Boom,
are
0.
correct. It does not save him from storm damage though. So the question is, how long can he last?
Definitely. And right now, our friend Abby has to actually clear this board. So Abby doesn't do anything. Hey, is this wow? This actually spells the end of the game.
The clutch Force Barrier.
Force Barrier is proving to be a strong tech card in spell boost. And that looks like a clean 2-0 for GT Theodorus.
Good games coming out all around.
Yeah. And that was GG. So what did you have to think about those games, Ross?
Miser's still a wonderful card. Totally
Definitely.
balanced.
Yeah, really strong card. Was able to deal with that entire board. Double Miser on top of that. 2 Misers was pretty insane.
Yeah. With that match being so fast, I am going to see if I can get us another before we cut to the break. Just because they came out here to speed run that set, so we should be able to squeeze in one more game at least.
Yeah. So it looks like, let's see what happens. Oh, are you already typing you one in?
Yep, already typed one in, and we're just hopping straight into it. This is going to be some games from Hapu and SF Jimmy.
SF Jimmy playing for Team Starfall. So it is a forest craft match. Forest craft match. Evo
Ooh.
Forest
Evo
versus
Sekka
Loxus.
versus Loxus. It looks like the traditional Loxus, as I've yet to see any of the Excels yet. So this will be quite the interesting match. Who do you think's favored? I've heard lots of people say either side is favored.
Either side is favorite, and it really depends on a couple of things. Whether or not one we see the Arya come out this game, and then two, it looks like the pieces are just coming together right now for Hapu. You're looking at his hand at the moment, a little bit, somewhat. Two bounces. Oh, yeah. So the Alberta disappears.
See a turn 4 pass. We get to see Twain being run. That usually doesn't make the cut into most Evos, so I am pretty excited to see how that plays out. And we just see him stacking up Wisp.
Stacking up the Whispers. So goes ahead, plays the Walder. Walder swings for 3, bounces the Walder back.
Got the Loxus. Choosing not to go too ham yet. It looks like we're gonna see these Wisps pay off this turn.
So Jimmy's looks like he's emptying his hand right now. Guess he's preparing for the Loxus turn, possibly.
It would appear so that this is preemptive prep for Loxus to hit the board and just to get some Evos out of the way. This should put him at 2 Evos.
And now our boy comes out.
Oh, say.
It's about to go down. Lox is about to do his thing. Oh, pull up, Jose. Trades off the Walder, swings face for 5.
And this still isn't even the end.
Yeah, because now he does another 3 damage here. Hapu does another 3 damage.
A small misplay though. Could have played the Quixotic into the Walder, push out 5 damage, but we will have to wait and see.
So get some more. Jimmy gets some more Evos here, and the Twain's coming out. Ooh. Oh, is this the? Oh,
Nah, he doesn't have
7?
damage.
Yeah, definitely not enough here.
Does clear the board though, and leaves quite a threatening board of his own.
Looks like it's the draw. Oh, and that's
hits
lethal,
the
ladies and
lethal.
gents. Sakuna off the top.
These are some fast sets tonight. Everyone wants to just get these over and leave.
Yeah, right. And now,
And it looks like we get a game 3. We did miss their game 1, unfortunately. But at least we have another game, so wide people happy. I'm excited. We see the Evo Sekka run back against what I'm going to presume Evo Blood? Could be wrong. We did see 6 with the ball.
Oh, it looks like
It
Evo.
looks like Evo.
At a glance, it looks like Evo Blood. And it is going to be Evo. At least we start seeing one.
We technically haven't seen any duplicates yet. It's not impossible for the Volteo, but I don't expect it. As I said, I think it was a passing fad, not meant to last.
Uh, Come on, Roz. You don't think that.
I
You know you love it. Yeah.
I believe it deep down in my heart that Volteo was never meant to stay.
Of course. So we get here, we get to turn 3. Jimmy goes ahead and put the banish right on the Alozard here.
Seen the Showdown Demon come out and just
Tries to keep
pushing
the
the evil in
Grimnir.
the face. Not a terrible call. However, Force does have the answer for this board, as well as to get the ward out. Should leave him in a pretty good spot.
So we're going to probably see the Thunderbolt Fiend come out.
Oh, most definitely. Especially with the Naria in hand, it clears the board, heals him back up.
And sets up, by the way. Sets up for the next turn. So I'm sure Jimmy, next up Jimmy probably goes for the Arya this turn to go ahead and get that set up. Yep. Now it's time to start killing fairies and lists, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's see Naria 1 hit the board. Sunbright Elf getting him 3 evos that turn.
And it does.
Putting him at 5 already. Grimnir is already activated if he draws it.
Combustion Demon. Speaking of the Evos, coming from Haku's side, he's probably very close to 5 Evos himself.
I want to say he should be there. No, he's 1 off.
Drops the Grimnir. Okay.
Drops the Grimnir pretty early. I'm assuming he just wants to bounce it back.
Oh yeah.
Using it just for some board clear, some face damage. Swings in with the Shaman.
Oh, and it looks like that was. It's the Evo, and this should be game right here. Grimnir is active. Trades there. 5's the face, and there comes the Grimnir. And that will be it.
As I said, some quick rounds tonight.
Alright, and with that message, it looks like that game already ended a while ago. But we're looking at some very fast games, everybody. Like, these games are just going by, like, quickly. And I'm actually means that it might be a short night for here at the GT Cup.
Will be. Anything else you wanna chime in with before I cut us to break, or?
No, that's it. I think we've seen everything. The games are going by really fast, and can't wait to see how this all ends.
Alrighty.
Okay, so we'll check everyone later here in a little bit. We're gonna go ahead and cut to break, and we'll be back for round 3 when it starts.
just sad to say I'm sorry. So lie and pretend that you're okay. Swear that you will stay. Keep trying for one day. Whoa, whoa. I'm sick of all these lies. Don't care if I capsize. There's nothing left for me to hide. Don't wanna live a lie. Too many lows, too many highs. Too many things to criticize. So I leave it all
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and we are back. Round three has officially begun, so we will be hopping into our next set momentarily. And it looks like it will be between Zanji and Elkrum. It appears Scythe is still gone, so this will just be me solo casting probably game one, and he'll be joining us for the others as I manage to hopefully keep you entertained.
Let's do this.
And there's the man of the hour.
We have Elkrum versus Zanji from Civil System.
Look at you knowing all these team names.
Yep, Civil System recently last month in the West got Tamir for the team, won the SBO West SBO.
Oh,
So
very nice, very nice.
yeah, and it looks like they're gonna ban
Dragon
Sanji's
or
gonna ban
dragon?
the dragon. Neither one wants to mess around with Dragoncraft,
Yep.
and you have Rune and Forest versus Rune and Blood.
Mm, this should be a pretty exciting matchup. Maybe we get to see both of these guys spell boost though. But we will have to wait and see. Because we're already getting into the game one.
So game one's gonna be Forest versus Bloodcraft. We're gonna go ahead and see these mulligans here momentarily.
Right.
Oh, is this your favorite deck of the hour, Mr. Ross? Looking like a Loxus versus an Evo Blood here.
I don't remember saying Loxus was my favorite deck of the format. That is a very
Uh,
bold assumption of you to make. My favorite deck of this expansion would probably have to either be Evo Rune or Spell Boost. And it appears to be the Excel version of Loxus at that. So this should be very spicy.
So right now we have Zanji thinking about the Showdown Demon and the Vampiric Bloodbinder. I'll go for the Vampiric Bloodbinder. And it's looking like the XL version. So here, this is kind of awkward. We really don't have anything to play here.
Yeah, not a whole lot he can do yet.
Yeah, but we have to realize, but we have to know that Loxus is one of those decks that will do a crazy amount of burst damage at some point in the mid game. So you'll have to keep that in mind when I'm watching Loxus players. So goes ahead and plays the Showdown Demon. Elkrum right now still doesn't have much. So it looks like he's gonna go ahead and bounce Xeno, get some more draw, get some more cards. And he's gonna probably Pastures here. Oh no, he's gonna hold on to the Pastures, okay.
Holds on to Pursuit. Interesting choice. I think I would have liked the Pursuit to set up the Varmint. But it looks like he just wants to wait on that. Thinking about Elf Queen.
You could always Elf Queen and play a Pursuit as well. Or even dropping the or he can play the Reclusive Plunderer as well.
Could.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Romeo could have ate all that damage if it would have hit it enough times. So he goes ahead and plays the Ponderer.
He draws into his Loxus.
It doesn't really have a way to play Loxus out there.
Not yet, at least.
So he burns the other Loxus. Do we go ahead and play the Varmint Hunter here? Do we see a Varmint Hunter turn come out now?
Crazy take. But what if we Daria into Pursuit Xeno and just set up a double Varmint Hunter next turn to deal with the Naria board that he knows is going to come out?
Oh, that is also an option that he could go for. But fortunately, he can't read our minds. So, maybe he is reading our minds. He is. He's reading our minds. Oh,
Galaxy Brain. Let's go.
Okay. Oh, he just read our minds here.
I would have really loved to see the Pursuit come out that turn, though, as he can't really use it if he wants to double Varmint this turn.
So it looks like he's thinking whether or not he wants to Pursuit here and just clear off the 4/6. He'll be taking 5 damage the next turn, but he's probably wondering if he can even take the 5 damage, or if there's something else in his hand that can come out that can possibly kill him. Grimnir is behind at the moment, so he's probably noticing that they can't kill him with Grimnir yet. So I think that's what he's going to do. He's going to take that chance right now. I guess he's going to say, he doesn't mind taking 5 damage next turn.
Well, he's been holding on to these pieces forever. Let us see what he can do with them.
Yep, he has a bounce as well, as you can see, Roz. Next turn can be pretty insane if we really think about it. So goes space for 5 here. All right, and now let's see how we start this off. Goes ahead and Varmint Hunters. Huh? Here's the Loxus. Now it's time. It's time. It's time to play Vigilance.
Use the bounce on the amulet.
So it plays the Ponderer again. Oh no!
Tragic. He got greedy and got punished for having the 2 Alders in hand, drawing into the 3rd, so the Accelerate does not invoke him to the board.
Oh, that 3. Oh no! I guess he just tunnel vision and didn't think that he could have actually utilized the evidence on the board. So that has to hurt.
You hate to see it. That was a 1 in 23.
Yeah, that has to hurt. And now Sanji's going to be able to pick off this board and heal up with the Zell here. Oh no! And Elkram also burnt, but it's not over yet. Elkram still has the Fairy Flowering in hand. He can still clear the board, but yeah, you really hate to see that happen.
You still need to accelerate 2 more times though in order to give anything Storm.
Yeah, but so he's thinking about the Varmint Hunter. He's highlighting over the Varmint Hunter right now. He can clear the board with Varmint Hunter. He plays another one. Has all these lovely Walders in hand. Swings for 3. Or is he thinking about Fairy Flowery? Oh, doesn't want to play one of the Fairy Flowerings. Oh! That's 5, 8, plus that's 9 damage right now.
It's in some good chip damage. He only needs
Now-
one more accelerate for Fairy Flowering to be activated. His Walder
Speaking of,
also gets +5, making it a 6/6 if he plays it 4/6.
it also looks like the Grimnir is not active. Only 4 Evos. That's how the Grimnir isn't active because we also know that his Resolve isn't going to draw anything as well. It's not at 5 Evos. Only at kills off 1. 10, he might. Do you think he has to drop the Naria here?
I think this would be a fine enough turn to drop the Nervia. Gives you a nice sized ward. You Evo it out to hit your 5th Evo of the game and start looking for like Grimnir plus Fuella to finish it off.
Yeah. So that's what he chooses to do. And right now, like I said before, I don't think. Right now, Elcrum has to figure out how to get with the 4/6 ward. He doesn't have anything in hand to do that either.
This is unfortunately not the hand. Loxus will not get stormed. I believe Fairing Flying would let him Evo for free, so we could use Loxus to beat over the Behemoth.
But it feels so bad.
I mean, he could play to live this turn.
Yeah.
Which might be what he has to do. It's not what he wants to do. And it looks like that's the play he's going to go for. Just tried to stall a little bit longer.
Gives him a big ward here. And it looks like he's hovering. He's thinking about having to drop the Walder, unfortunately, and kill off the 5/1. Or maybe the Shamu Shama.
Having drew into the Shama, I think I would have preferred to see the Shama get used for that over the Walder, because he could still have the enhanced Walder to maybe go face. Chooses to instead just focus on the full clear. However,
And it looks like
will not be enough. The world comes out, trades, and then just Grimnir for lethal.
Yep. Oh man, that one turn, man, drawing into the other Walder feels so bad.
I just think it was the drawing into the other Walder and refusing to use his Varmint Hunters outside of Loxus is what did it.
Yeah.
As well as being so greedy with the pastures. When he already saw how low he was on accelerate cards, I think he just had to try to play them out as tokens at some point and set up the Varmint Hunters, but
yeah,
good game nonetheless, just a little bit short. We will see if he's running it back or not. And he is going to run it back, this time against the Rune, which I expect to be Spell Boost, as Eva Rune has not caught on in popularity.
So we're gonna see a full mull coming out from Elcrum. Oh, draws into the 11s. Might
So
be interesting.
the Levon version of Excel. This should be a little bit spicy. It gives them a lot of control early game.
Definitely. So Spellblue's going first. Um, has a really decent hand so far as the Magic Missile, the Authoring Tomorrow, um, Magical Squirrel. Even the Rooney is also something pretty big as far as healing. But it's not really a whole. Well, 3 health is decent, but not the best. He's hovering over Levon. I don't know. Do we play Levon here? No.
I
Yeah.
think, honestly, we just pass. With a hand this reactive, I wouldn't really be looking to force too many plays yet. We can afford to slow play a little. It is spell boost. They're not known for their breakneck speed in the early game.
And they still haven't drawn into their Miser yet. Oh, still no Miser. But they can play the Crystal Pincer. Decide to play the Crystal Pincer for 3 drops. Spell boost the entire hand there. Size the pass. Okay. So he's going to end up taking about. Could take 5 damage here. Hovering over Varmint Hunter and Elf Queen. I think he's might want to play the Elf Queen for the draw. Yeah.
Indeed.
Goes ahead and evos the Elf Queen. Go ahead and clear off that 3/3.
Should play out of pastures to at least open up Loxus or Varmint Hunter next turn. Chooses not to.
Yeah, I guess he's not. I guess he doesn't want to do that because he's afraid he has no bounces in hand. Possibly doesn't really because his Loxus will be too effective the next turn without any bounces. But we see Zanji goes ahead and plays Sorcery and Solidarity to draw. He has the Gaios in hand, so he can start working on getting those bodies out as soon as possible. Hovering over Rooney. Spell boost and draws a card. Deals 3. All right. So what do we have here? We have not too much he could do here.
You have to play something nonetheless. Cause we have the second Levon in hand, maybe just tempo? Levon?
He may want to save him due to potential Gios, so he can he's able to clear some of the stuff. But Gios hasn't even produced the first body yet. He's just hovering over his options, thinking about the Varmint Hunter, thinking about playing a Tempo Levon here. He's gonna go for the Tempo Levon here. And it looks like Zanji's gonna go ahead and Sorcery and start spell boosting most of his cards. And it looks like he can get the Daria out this turn too.
I'm expecting to see the Daria. The question is, no, going with the Rooney.
So Rooney's gonna fill up his hand. Drops the Daria.
It's Crystal Witch, and is full.
Oh, it's gonna leave the Levon up. Okay, decides to leave the Levon up. I don't know about doing that. Um, Thinking about the Elf Queen. Elf Queen does clear this board.
森の命よ我が剣に願いを
All right, so we got a bounce.
息づく輝き私が背負う
Now, do you think he plays out the pastures? He plays out a pastures?
I think you should play out a pasture here, as you're going into your turn 7, so you're gonna Environment Hunter, Evo, Loxus, and do all those fun shenanigans.
He might
Oh
have to play.
wait,
a
that was
Mine.
his second one. I
So
think
he
at
might
this point you
have to
play the second pastures as well. I forgot that was his second Excel, as he played the Excel for one draw card.
He still chooses not to play the other pastures.
My man is afraid of excelling.
When you, yeah, this is Excel Luxus, you know, that's kind of the what you're, you know, but who knows? You know, I could be wrong. But I would assume you would want to excel as much as possible to get those fairy flowerings active.
Yeah, as the Fairy Flowering's only at 2, I imagine it'll probably be pretty rough to get it out.
Oh yeah. So yes, he's thinking about having the evoing the Varmint Hunter instead of Luxus next turn.
The question's gonna be, will he have the board space too?
Oh yeah, because they could. Oh, it might look like he might have the board space. We're getting the Evo here from Zanji. Zanji is gonna go ahead and pick off the 5-2 and start going crazy. There's gun violence. Oh my goodness, so much gun violence going on right now.
The good news is he now has the board space again.
Alright. So now I believe Elkham has to make very good use of this turn.
This should be a pretty exciting turn to watch. I think we all know how it starts. Let's see what he does.
Alrighty, so we're about to start getting some draws here too as well. It's gonna play the Wind Fairy. Plays the Walder. Nope, not yet. Oh, here comes
Get
the
an
other
invoke it from
Walder.
the deck.
Actually, can we win here?
I believe we can.
Don't. Wait.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it
But
doesn't
he
matter.
made some interesting lines, but found the lethal nonetheless.
Oh, yeah, I thought you were gonna say the same thing because I was like, wait. So, all right, so we get GT Elkram winning game 2. We're gonna go right into a game 3. It looks like he's winning with the XL Luxus.
The spell
And-
boost, the spell boost mirror. Let's go, Crab Rave.
Oh man. So what is your thoughts on winning the mirror here?
Uh,
Oh, maybe Rooney.
Memes aside, Rooney is one of the key cards in the mirror, I would say, as well as you need to hit the Gias in probably your first 10 cards.
Let's see.
Daria can swing a game if you're behind,
Oh,
but the
this-
Rooney,
no.
burn. We see burn rune instead.
Yeah, this is like Mysteria rune coming out. So sorry.
um,
Sorry for assuming this is.
unfortunate. My day is ruined.
Oh man. All
My
right. So
disappointment is immeasurable. That being said, again, Rooney is probably the most important card in this matchup, nonetheless.
I am gonna ask. It is another interesting question here. Um, which do you focus on when you play Mysteria against this deck? Do you focus on trying to get the Grace spells or mainly the anti spells? Grace, I mean, anti
Any all
spell
the way.
seems pretty good.
Any all the way.
So goes ahead, starts authoring tomorrow. He has two antis here, so he can hold on to them. Resolve can be very interesting in this matchup against the Eos board swarm.
It could help him out. I think for quite a while though it'll probably be a dead card.
So Eos just got pulled, and goes ahead and resolve here. Gets rid of one of the resolves. Alright, so Zanji, how are we going to start this turn off? Doesn't really have much in his hand to really go ahead and start going crazy. So, Impalement Arts.
Rooney is only at 2, and I think you just pass.
Yep.
If that's the case, I would have probably liked to have seen the Impalement Arts held. But I don't think it will be too much of a difference.
Alcrim plays the Annie. He gets the Annie Sprinting Blast. And he's going to go ahead and preempt the Vivo. I guess he's trying to get through his deck ASAP. Ooh! And we got the card that's going to start duplicating the Annies and Greyas pretty soon.
Darius gets some nice pull off the Daria though.
Yeah, but he's still not able to really spell as much. He hasn't even got his Gaio started as well, so that is pretty unfortunate at the moment. Elkrim is hovering over wings. Maybe he's looking for more draw. But we have other options here as well. You know, we could Mystic Absorption, but I don't think you want a Mystic Absorption the 0-1. I think Mystic Absorption actually is better when you're below 20, especially when you have 3 cards left. He could just Annie and then duplicate the Annie.
Looks like that's what he wants to go for.
Yep, he's going to duplicate the Annie and get through more of his deck. So he kills the 0-1. He's already at 17. And now we have gun violence. So Zanji's gonna.
While he can gun violence, I don't know how good the second Miser draw really is, though. It's not like he has anything he can actively gun down yet.
Yeah, that is true. Elkrim isn't leaving anything, really any targets for him to gun down anything. So go space, he's going to Evo the Miser. Zanji will also play one of his rapid fires now. And he gets his first body on the board. And it looks like gonna go for Vegeta's to recover. Nice hit.
Indeed, sniper no sniping.
To the face. It's already at 12 cards.
This is where it should get spicy though. I'm expecting, yep, the miser.
So I think Zanji's gonna actually have a big turn here. He's gonna play the miser. He's gonna start spell boosting, getting those Gaios up.
Going to probably Daria first.
There's the Daria to get some more draw. Oh, he only
Doesn't hit
pulls
anything.
the gold Daria with.
However, he can golem to get another rapid fire.
But he has to be mindful of his board space here. He has 2 Gaioses in hand.
This is true.
He could go ahead and play another his last Grimoire to spell boost even more.
10 and 5. The first 2, I don't think you're too worried about if you lose them.
Yeah, and it looks like he's gonna go ahead and really wants to heal up. And Zanji is gonna go ahead and pass here. The Gaiuses are gonna go ahead and start summoning stuff. But he will miss a body right there with the Mist Dragon. Now Elkram.
Only down to 11 cards. Still has a little bit more he needs to dig through.
He goes ahead and banishes. Draws a card here. And it gets the Grail is still in the deck, which is good. And Elkram also has that planetary fracture. So planetary fracture is going to be very useful. Might actually help him close out the game as well, if you think about it.
Does give him a good answer for the dragons.
So he's hovering over Greya, thinking about whether or not he wants to give targets for the miser, or even he's also probably thinking about how much damage he can take the next turn or the turn coming up. So he doesn't look like
Just wants to focus on drawing, which is a-okay with me at this point.
okay, and not a bad turn. He still has that planetary fracture. He may not be able to win the game very well next turn. Zanji goes ahead, plays the magic missile. And it's looking like Zanji's trying to think, like, how much damage he can put off this turn. Goes ahead, involves the miser. Not really much else he can do here, unfortunately. Looks like he's going to leave open those board spaces for the next 2 bodies that Gaios is going to produce. Does Gaios produce? Did he spell boost enough this turn to produce the Incandescent?
15.
He did.
See, he'd be getting 1 incandescent.
So Elkram is hovering over Rinden. So since Zanji does know that he's only going to get 1 body off this turn, he's probably just going to go ahead and just drop the Daria here. Now, Elcrum is thinking about, whether or not to go ahead and get these rendings off. Planetary Fracture is an option here. It does clear 3 things.
I personally just kind of like the planetary, maybe the resolve, and then just Gray. Just set up next turn, throw all your burn at him.
So he chooses to kill off the Incandescent Dragon here. He's hovering over. Hovering over Planetary Fracture. If he does Fracture here, that would be a misplay in a way. But he's also thinking about whether or not he wants to play the Simulacrum as well. So he does Fracture.
At this point, he has more than enough burn.
Is Authoring Tomorrow still active here as well? Because he played it on turn 8.
Yep, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, so he does get 5 damage face next turn with the Authoring.
So, I believe this is game.
Let's see. So he heals back to 23. Yep, this. So we got the first Gaius, and it's going to bring the Incandescent out again. So that's 8.
More.
What?
They guaranteed 5 damage at the end of turn.
Yep. That is it.
This Mysteria wins out.
So Elcrum does go ahead and take this game 2-1 over his SS Zanji. A really competitive set, I would say.
I'd agree with that.
Really competitive set. These guys showing, you see the sportsmanship coming out here, the good games from both sides. But yeah, that was a very competitive set right there. I just believe that Zanji, he just didn't, not having any bodies on board for the Miser to help snowball those Gaios is just kind of hurts as well. Because Mysteria plays a very, doesn't really have a lot of followers that they, try to put off every turn.
Indeed. Great set, nonetheless.
Definitely. And
but we will be cutting to our break shortly. Real quick before we do, I do want to thank everyone at home, whether you're viewing or whether you're playing. Well, I don't even have to do on behalf of GT, as I do have the big man here himself, but I think I speak for both of us when I say we really do appreciate it a lot. You guys' continued support for these cups have meant a lot to us, and I know we've had some growing pains with the stream and how the tournament itself is organized, but we really do appreciate you guys sticking through and coming back every single time.
Yep, and I'm glad you all came out and just check us out and, got to stay and hang around with us.
Alright. Cutting to break. Hoping to see the final round I'll have to see who's playing for first, if we have anyone playing for first, and that'll be the set we watch. But we will be back in a moment. Alrighty. We already have our finals. It is Elkram v Hapu, as they were both fighting it out for first here. And let's get ready. Let's jump into these games. How you feeling, Sai?
I'm feeling good now since I'm able to watch it on my client.
Awesome. So you tell me I don't need to stream for you. That's what I love to hear.
Yeah, I'll stop watching. I'm just gonna watch it for mine.
Alright, just make sure we're synced up on time.
Okay.
Alright, cool. My match just launched. I just take it yours did too?
Yep.
Sweet. Lets me stop streaming to you. My laptop will appreciate this.
So it looks like we have Mysteria Rune versus the Evo Blood here.
Indeed.
Mysteria Rune from Elkram, Evo Blood coming from Hapu. So
I am curious to see how this matchup goes.
oh yeah.
Haven't had this matchup since launch, because I dropped Mysteria Rune pretty early in the expansion.
Look at you. Mysteria Rune, Elkram has been playing Mysteria Rune for a while. So I have noticed he has been playing this quite a lot. But yeah, we'll see how he does against Hapu's Evo Blood coming up.
It will be interesting, as he doesn't get to be quite as defensive as he was against the spell boost. As Evo does play a lot more threats that need to be answered.
Exactly. So we got both a Resentful Blaze and Rending Blast coming from both of the guys here.
He has drawn all three Annies at this point with the one Greya. So I imagine if you are Elkram, you're feeling pretty good.
Actually, can we just... No. Okay, it's not going to do much. I was about to say, like, wait, can we just win? It doesn't look like it. Not yet, at least.
Not quite yet.
But
we are getting really close. Blood already at 6 HP. Has to answer this board.
Exactly. And it doesn't look like the Lara is active. No, it doesn't. So even if he has to probably play the Zell here. Yeah, he has to play the Zell, fortunately.
I don't think that's enough, though.
Let's see, we have 4 on the board.
Rending, plus 4 on board. That's lethal.
Yeah. So Elkram went with a more aggro game plan against this list. It's gonna go ahead and just do the Evo and just swing. And that was Mysteria Rune. Wow, that was
just
a very
high roll, I guess.
Yeah, just high roll. That's kind of how thing goes, just high roll. So it looks like Elkram now has to win with his XL Loxus Forest here.
He does have 2 opportunities to do it, so he should be feeling pretty confident. And you see the Evo Bloodman back into the Excel Loxus.
Now looking here, you can see that there's going to be a full mole on the forest and a full mole on both the Evo Blood as well. So not really much Elkram can do in the early game. He has the Loxus, so that is a good thing. But we also have Hapu with Hapu also has ways of um activating Avarice for the Laura.
Indeed.
So who would you say is so? How does this matchup play, in your opinion, Ross?
Uh, I've played a lot of Loxus. I haven't played much of the Excel. Um, I think if it's regular Loxus, I think Loxus is slightly unfavored.
Hmm. Right.
But with it being the Excel, I hear they have a lot more burst combo damage as well. People have been telling me there's more consistent, so I do need to give it a try.
Gotcha.
But I imagine I think it just comes down to how threatening of a turn 7 the Loxus can have. So
For
we
sure.
will have to wait and see.
So right now it does look like Elkram has a lot of bounces at hand, but he doesn't really have any followers to really do much with. He's thinking about the wings for the draw, possibly, quite possibly. And it looks like he's going to do that. He's going to go ahead and take the draw right here. And he gets a Xeno Sagittarius, so he's able to bounce quite a lot. And he has Shamu Shama as well.
He is looking good.
Goes ahead and Thunderbolts here.
Doesn't choose to
Ooh.
preemptively. Ooh. Burns
Does
the Varmint
burn.
Hunter. Just tragic because it is needed for this matchup.
Now the question comes into
A whole lot
play.
of options.
Oh, so he goes ahead and plays out the Xeno Sagittarius here to clear the board.
I can't help but feel the Xeno's a little premature because I think you always have to be afraid of the Neria, and this is the only real way he has to clear Neria at the moment.
Yeah, that is also very true here. It's looking like he's still Mapu hasn't got that many Evos just yet. So it's not entirely too bad, I would say. He's thinking about doing the locks because he has two ways. He has actually 4 or 5 different Excel cards in his hand. So I think that's what he's going to go ahead and start doing. Then use the Deep Wolf to start bouncing. Bounces again. I guess he wants to get the spell as well.
Which I think is fair. I think the spell will be important in the matchup.
Goes ahead, involves the Loxus, able to free trade into the Thunderbolt Fiend. Goes face for 7.
Not the scariest Loxus on 7, but I think it should be enough to put a good amount of pressure out.
Hapu goes ahead and responds with the Neria here. Pre-Evos, goes ahead and Evos the Flood Behemoth as well. Not a bad Evo, I like it. Trades into the Loxus. Or... oh, okay, he's going to trade the Neria into the Loxus first. The Neria does die off here.
Does get the full board clear and has the Flood Behemoth on board. However, with Varmint, there should be some pretty easy clears here. That's what he wants, as well as double wings.
He also has to be careful that that Hapu here does have 4 Evos, so he needs to be very mindful of that at the moment as well. You know, because it could possibly be a double Grimnir turn. Alright, so he goes ahead, plays the Varmint Hunter.
Unfortunately, only at 4 excels. He really wants to dig and find another. Gets another Sagittarius. Not quite it. I think you just steed here. Looks like he's weighing out his options though.
Right, decides to steed and pass here. So now Hapu here, he has a couple of options. He could heal with the Zelnia. He could play. He's thinking about. He's hovering over to Alzard a little bit, hovering over to Seox. Seox pushes damage here, if he so chooses to go that route.
I'd personally like to see the world come out here. We saw him really struggle to do a lot of burst damage already. I think just putting yourself at 19 is the safest way we can make.
Yeah, but it looks like he's gonna go ahead and opt for the more Evos.
Opts for the Liberté play. I'm assuming we're gonna see Grimnir Sim down here. No, we're gonna go for the Laura.
Laura heals him. I like this play. Laura does heal Hapu here.
I do like it. It's a little less aggressive than my Smork.
Yeah, but now Elkram has to really think about Grimnir is active. Grimnir is now active, so he has to actually put. It would behoove him to put bodies on the board. He's weighing over his options. He's thinking about the Alberta here as well. Wind Fairy doesn't really do much.
Let's see. So we could.
So he goes ahead, plays the Alberta. Alberta swings face.
He's looking to end this game this turn, I imagine, with that play.
Oh, no,
No?
doesn't look like it. He needs to put a body on board though. Or he might take the, hopefully just not put anything on board so he can play around Seox, Grimnir. I think that's what he's probably thinking of here.
Playing nothing would be his safest option.
Oh, he's gonna go, oh, okay, that's, okay. So, this is lethal.
This is lethal, yeah.
Yeah, I think the safest option was to assume he didn't have the two Grimnirs in hand. Yeah. I think he had to just assume that he didn't have double Grimnir in hand. And just just that was kind of his only out. He just didn't play anything that turn.
Okay. But ultimately, there's only so many things you can play around. And he just happened to have chose the wrong one that match.
For sure. So we're looking at a Haven. We're looking at... Oh, what's this? Amulet Haven? Oh, Amulet Haven. Okay, so we have Roxas going into Amulet Haven this game. LeBron doesn't really do too much this game against Amulet. Goes ahead and plays the Ponderer, accelerate to draw some cards. Xeno Sagittarius comes out and goes ahead and bounces the Xeno Sagittarius to look for more cards.
I like it. Just gotta keep drawing at the moment. Especially because he has no way of knowing that this is Amulet at the moment. Now he does as he plays the Plume Bird.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think the Plume Bird gives it away.
Well, you're also like 20 to 30 seconds ahead of me.
Oh yeah, that's true. I'm sorry. My apologies. We are a
You're
little,
good.
a little.
decent,
There's a
but
gap,
it's okay.
little time gap. So goes ahead and plays the Sagittarius again. Uses up all his bounces here, but he gets another one.
I think that's okay to do with the Excel version. But I think you're really trying to bank on the Fairy Flower, I believe it's called.
Yep. Right now we really don't have. Elkern doesn't really have much. Hapu last turn did play the Revolver Bird. So he's probably thinking whether or not Hapu has the Selena in hand, but Selena won't really proc all the amulets because we also have the Pinion's Prayer that we proccing next turn.
I think he's just looking at bouncing this turn again.
Oh no, it looks like he's just gonna play the Sagittarius out.
Sag and pass.
So plays the Noah. Hapu's gonna play the Noah and plays another Unicorn Altar. And is gonna Evo for 6 damage to the face this turn.
Draws into the Laxus. Not really helpful yet.
Most certainly. He has to deal with that 6-3 at the moment, though.
Does have plenty of answers to it.
Hapu's Revolver Eagle will be proccing next turn, so he will get a 3-4 Storm that's going to be coming out. Not much Hapu can really do. He could go ahead and start playing his Unicorn. Plays one of his Unicorns this turn.
I'd like to see a Unicorn come out, just to keep pressure up.
Yeah, that would be the right play. Chooses not to play the Unicorn, so he doesn't want to play the Unicorn just yet. I don't know. I think maybe the Unicorn maybe should have came out on Hapu's side.
Do like just the Pastures, probably Evo Pastures trade.
Yep.
And just set up for the Laxus, because we're going to need him to do big things next turn. But we have the bounces, so we should be looking pretty okay.
Yep, and it looks like double Unicorn can come out this turn. Hapu can heal back to 20 by doing this as well. But the question comes to play is whether or not he wants to play the other Unicorn. Oh, he's going to keep the other Unicorn in hand. So now we're going to go ahead and get started. Varmint Hunter will come out here. Evo's the Varmint Hunter. And And here comes Loxus.
Here we go.
Here's time to play video games. So gets the dutiful steed, luckily.
Open up, Jose.
Oh, up, now plays the Xeno Sagittarius. Gonna go ahead and bounce it again, and hopefully. Okay,
Hopefully
so
not
then the Walder
draw
comes out.
Walder. Doesn't draw the Walder, so he does get to come out of the deck.
Out the hand. Oh, let's see. Will he?
yeah.
Is he not going to Walder here?
I think you should always Walder here.
Yeah, I was gonna. I was thinking you might need. You need to be putting damage out for sure. So now, Elkram has 3 wards up. But we do have Jetalant that's in the hand right now. If you're looking at the hand, Jetalant will be able to banish possibly 2 cards next turn.
Yep, banish 2, deal and restore 6, and summon 1.
Yep, so he can banish 2 cards here. Hapu also, but Hapu does not have a Evo here, unfortunately. But he will be able to heal a little bit. Oh, okay. Alright, so he's choosing to leave the 4/4 up.
That is probably fine. He has the second
Hovered over. He's ready to drop the second one. Second one will be lethal, so it looks like Elkram has to figure out a way to win this turn. I don't think he has a way to win this turn, unfortunately. Yeah, I think this is it right here.
It does appear to be it. Hapu will be our GT number 3 champion.
Yeah, going 4-0 right here. He will play the second Jetalant next turn. 2 for the lethal. And good games on both sides.
GG's.
GG's.
Congratulations to Hapu. And again, thank you to everyone that either came out to watch the stream or play in the event. Again, I and everyone here at GT really do appreciate it. It really, truly does mean the world to us. And yeah, I'll throw it back to you, Slice. Anything you want to say?
I do not. I'm glad that everybody did well. I'm glad that everyone came out. And, congratulations again to Hapu. He showed up, and we will, hopefully we see more people come out for the next GT Cup.